Hello there, welcome to Bead with me. I'm Kay, your host from Fantastic Stars Beads. This show is a little show for inspiration, motivation, and whatever is trending here in the bead life here at Stars Beads. And so if you are new, welcome. If you are, catching this on the replay, still say hi. I love knowing where you guys are coming in from, what you would like to see and what you like to play with, what you've been working with. And today is What's on Your Wrist Wednesday, What's on Your Workspace. And so today is one of my favorite days to see what is on your space. And so here on Bead with me, we're always showing you guys what's on Kay's space. And so if you're not part of our Star Special Stash group, head on over there. We're a great group and community that is always looking to share a little bit of inspiration. And, it's a good place to ask questions. And you never know, you might find yourself a beading buddy. So I hope everyone is doing well this week. I didn't get all my settings right. I was all ready to get on here, and I literally got a slightly panicked phone call about you guys heard last Friday, or maybe if you didn't, so if you didn't catch the live on Friday, I had told you a little secret that I was heading to another warehouse, and so I was going to be taking you guys on another little trip here next week, and they were just calling because they were worried about scheduling because one of the girls, her husband apparently got hit by a truck that their daughter apparently put into gear and broke his leg, and I think maybe his arm, and it just happened, and they're concerned about surgery and wondering, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that is so crazy. So that was kind of shocking news. I'm still digesting that, poor thing. I want to send a message over to them and let them know that I'm thinking of them. It happens to be a small world, actually. We're going to be visiting, I would like to say almost like college friends, but the guy that the husband who got his leg run over, that happened to be my husband's college roommate, and they met at our wedding. And so, she's from the beading world, Amy. It's a different Amy, and him met at our wedding, and they've been inseparable since. And so they have two little kids, and their little girl, I don't know, happened to be, apparently you gotta watch it, kid safety, I guess, I guess was able to push the brake and change the gear. So that was so I guess we'll be hearing a little bit more about that as we trek on over to that warehouse. So I'll be excited. So those that kind of like those earthy things, we will be seeing things that are oftentimes coming from Nepal, Tibet, and so I'm excited to check out that warehouse. And so I'll be showing you guys things starting coming Wednesday. And so as you guys know, we launched the Beadoria website, and so I'm excited. I've been playing with a lot of the newer things that we were putting online there, and so that's what's on my table here today, as I'm going to be taking this Friday night live off too, because as many of you guys know, I'm taking care of my mom, who just had knee surgery and still, and my hubby is still recovering from a hernia surgery. So it's been all sorts of mishaps. So just hearing about this story here today is just a topper, just barely making it through hump day. So let's take a look and see what's on Kay's table today, and play around a little bit, because you know what? I could use a beading break. I don't know about you, but it's time. All right. Oh, I put on my table some of the earrings that oftentimes you might catch me wearing, and sometimes I don't always have those components that you like, and and you know, you guys have seen these earrings, but these components are on the website. These mesh pieces are on the website, and I'm wearing these earrings here today, and those are where I have those nice feathers coming down. So how are we looking today? Are you guys able to see a clear feed? I'm still testing out whether the internet guys did their work over this Labor Day weekend. How's the screen looking? Oh my goodness, where's my project? Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. Okay, there it is. Is it looking kind of clear? Can you guys like see how sparkly these things are? We're getting a good signal. So we can see some of the details. We can see all these facets and like how much these are glowing. All right, so I was messing around with the shapes here. And I really like this little rectangle shape, and I really just kind of like some of the color sets that they were coming in, especially as we're entering in the fall. This was the other bracelet using the new barrel cut. Can I repost how to knot leather? Is there a particular leather design, Angelique, that you're talking about? Yes, I love that it's crystal clear. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Okay. All right, so I was messing around. I was at Mom's. So I had went stuffing things in a bag. And I liked these colors. What do you guys? A slide knot? I think you should be able to type in leather into the Facebook search when you're on our page, and it should show you. Oh, where's the clip? All right, so let's mess around a little bit. I wanted to play with, well, I wanted a little drop. All right, I'm pulling out some, let's do 20, what did I do? 22 gauge. I'm going to pull out a 22 gauge wire. Some nice soft flex craft wire. You guys can also get that on the Beadoria website. So a lot of these basics that you see me using, I'm trying to get those available to you guys all the time. Get the rainbow pliers. All right, so this is a 22 gauge wire. I'm going to just take a little snippet of it because I want to take a decent, let's do a foot. I'm going to say a foot, 12 inches. I'm actually kind of guesstimating. Okay, but I've got about a foot in a 22 gauge wire, and I wanted to take, okay, we'll take one of these. Okay, so since I have this open strand, I wanted a little barrel. And I am really in love with this shape right now. I love it. Actually, that wasn't quite the color. That's okay. I can't find the purple. I wanted a purple one, but that's too bad. I don't have a purple one. I was trying to make these all different colors. That's okay. All right, so sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but we sometimes don't have bead caps. And we kind of want those to have a little bit of a cap look too, kind of give it a little bit of a different change. And so we're going to make a little piece that looks a little bit like this. And go over making a little spiral piece here. Okay, so we'll zoom in a little bit so we take a closer look. I'm going to take some fine round nose because I want my center to be small. We're going to just turn this baby around I thought we could make just a sweet little pair of earrings. So we'll see what you think. So I started that little loop there in the center, and then I'm going to kind of grab right here and I'm going to squeeze and lead the wire so that it starts laying next to that lid. Let's see. Might need to put something else on the screen here so we can see. Okay. You see that? And then we're going to literally just keep going. Okay, so you see I'm squeezing, opening, and then I'm kind of grabbing at the same place. So it's like holding, pinching those two wires together. And when this starts to get to be a good size, you'll be able to start doing this with your hand. Okay? And then you can feel it. Okay? Now the sizing of this, we want to be about the, my aim is to do, like I'm kind of making a cap. And you can actually just make a spacer like this too, if you want, okay? So in this case, we want to go a little bit more, and then I'm also gonna cut on the other end because I think I've cut, I cut way too much. But that's okay, I'd rather have more, okay? And so I've started this on one end, okay? And then I'm gonna also start on this end too, okay? And in this way, I wanna do it in the opposite direction. If you happen to do it incorrectly, you can, and don't quite have it lined up like you want, you can always make and adjust it. Okay, so we're going to start off with that teeny tiny loop in the center, and kind of, I always think starting it is always the hardest, and especially when you're using thicker gauges. In this case, we're using a 22 gauge, so it's pretty soft, and especially this craft wire already is starting at kind of what we call a dead soft. So if you're new to wire, that's a term just used for the flexibility and the malleability of the wire. And so when we are kind of learning, it's nice to have it flexible, so that you can make adjustments to it, so that, and what we mean by that flexibility is, like, if you were to bend it, it would hold that bend really well. Like if you tugged on it, you would feel that tension holding in. So that's kind of the hardness. And as you work with wire, when you hammer it, when you are wrapping and twisting with it, it tends to harden it as you go. So it's always easier to start with it soft. But if you already know your design, okay, you can see I'm starting to do it with my finger. But if you already know your design, you know, and got it down pat, and you need it to have that tension, then that's where you might start getting into like a half hard or a hard. Okay? All right. You wish some of those crystals were a mixed strand? Well, I'm making some mixes. What I might do is do some color bundles for you. I was actually making some for, you know, so if you want to get in on the new shape on the cuboid and you want a color mix, I can tell you, if you haven't gotten your, my strand opened up here. But I love, and you want a little bit of all of these colors in these cool new cut too. That's going to be released on Beadoria website next Tuesday when I do the Customer Appreciation Week with Softflex. So if you haven't gotten your Customer Appreciation Kit, this is going to be the color set that you guys help me choose. And so you will get a color mix of these in different sizes and shapes. And then we'll be playing around with those, okay? So you can just send us a message, or there's a couple posts in both the group and on the page on getting one of those. All right, so can you guys see how these are curling in opposite ways? And you can kind of see I'm just starting to curl with my fingers, and I'm just gonna go until they meet each other. you know, kind of making sure they're approximately the same size. Oh, did you order some of those barrels? I am loving it. Maybe this is something you can do with it. You know, so this will give it kind of a cap look, which I really like. Okay, so now we see we kind of have like a big spirally S. All right, where'd my bead go? All right. Okay, and now we're gonna just kind of line up the holes, okay? And then you're gonna just stretch this down to where you want it, okay? And we're gonna cap it on both sides. Okay, so that's kind of the start. And we'll grab, you know, let's do, I wanted this to be a bottom of a, let's make it a bottom of an earring. All right, so let me grab a, head pin, and I needed, oh, let's do like a green seed bead here. Nope. Sorry guys, we'll zoom you out a little bit. All right, I'm grabbing a little seed bead because I'm getting a head pin, but actually I want two. We're gonna make funky earrings. Let's see, maybe get another color here. Maybe green. Maybe have to throw in this purple. All right, I'm doing two colors here. I'm just gonna do everything a different color. Oh, and that one's a little bit bigger, that's okay. I'm gonna just put a little seed bead because I think that the holes are a fairly decent size, and I'm afraid that it's gonna go through the hole when we string this. Okay, getting it lined up, we're gonna go in one of the holes. Okay, and remember that your wire will be able to manipulate a little bit, so if you don't quite get it all matching up, you know, you have some wiggle room. So you'll see I've got it strung through one side, strung through the bead, and then I'm gonna kind of pull this around, keep this flat, and then try to get this into the center. Right there. Okay, and you'll see we've got the start of our cap, and now you can start fixing it around the barrel, and you can bring, so if you want more spirals, you can just push these down just a little bit on all the sides and start kind of cupping around your bead. So you can cover this as much as you like, you know, if you had like maybe a wood bead, you could almost cover this entirely. I feel like that went out of focus. All right, you guys seeing how that looks? Isn't that fun? All right, I'm going to put a little seed bead on top. And then we'll work a little wire loop on this baby. I think that's super cute. And I'm going funky colors. You certainly can go a little bit less crazy. But you know me, I want it pretty colorful. Okay, so we're gonna make a wire wrap. Okay, and a clip and tuck. So remember, if you guys are new to the show, this is live, so I always love if you have any questions or comments, throw them up in the feed, you know. I don't like to have a beading break like by myself. Tell me what your work week is looking like, what you're hoping to see, what you think I should maybe add onto the website that you'd really like. So far I've heard pearls and chain were things that you'd like added. I'm getting a little crazy on that. I'm having a hard time seeing it from that distance. Oh, there we go. All right, got ourselves a little dangle. And then, thinking maybe we'll take some of these colors here. Let's grab some, now I'm gonna grab maybe some 24 gauge wire. Okay, because these beads are fairly small. So, so what do you guys think? What color should I use? Maybe we'll just do the orange, since we have blue in there, we'll do like orange and yellow. Looks good, right? Or should we do like a dark blue? All right, I kind of need two colors. I'm always only thinking two because I think it'll make it a long earring. What do you guys think? It's crazy how that changes it up, doesn't it? Should we do all of them? You guys have an opinion? They're so cute. Look at those little chiclets. I mean, such a great spot of color. I feel like I'm not normally a yellow person, but I feel like this orange and yellow have been calling to me. You think yellow and blue. Shelly says yellow and blue. Yellow, yellow and blue. Like that. You think we like the yellow on top? Kind of like that. Or split up the blues. I kind of feel like splitting up the blue. All right, well, we have time to decide. I feel like we know we want yellow. All right, I need two other colors, or one other color with yellow. Should I do a light blue, which is a little bit more matchy, an orange, or this darker blue? Because this is more like an aqua blue, and that's more a sky blue. All right, we're gonna make some, and here I like to use fine nose pliers because it makes the loops really small, which is another reason why I like to use a 24 gauge. Sometimes it's, you might have trouble deciding what size wire to use. And really, there isn't a wrong size. It's really a matter of the look. So maybe if you have something like dainty in this case, like even though I think I could fit a 20 gauge in here, it's quite overwhelming for the bead. Oh, the dark blue is too close to the... See, I like to see how your guys' mind thinks. I should have put the dark purple along the bottom. I was thinking the same thing, actually. All right. Now, one of the things I do is I actually, I am right on to the spool. So I just make a loop on the very end. I have my bead right here. I'm going to tuck that little tail in while the bead isn't there. And then that way, then it saves just a little bit of wire, you know, because wire adds up. You know, I know it's not super expensive, but I don't know about you guys, but metal has gone really expensive. All right, so we're going to be making a link out of this, okay? And the link is just an attachment loop on both sides. So we're going to bend kind of at a 90-degree, bring that wire right over until I run into my plier, move my plier right out of the way so I can get that full little 90-degree. And this is where you could still adjust the sizing. So if you want to kind of make sure you're matching the size loop that you have down below, then you can kind of make an adjustment. Like here, I'm going to pull it just a little bit tighter. So it makes my piece roll up, but it's important that when we start wrapping that we want to keep that fairly straight. So we're going to hold right at that intersection right here. Okay. So we take that wire, and then sometimes I use the plier to kind of push up against it. Almost had enough wire, could wrap the bead a little too. Okay, push that away from the crystal so we don't accidentally clip that, and then tuck that wire in. All right, we got ourselves a little link. What darker blue? Orange, orange, yellow, and blue. Let's see. You want a color mix like my necklace? That would be the whole rainbow. Orange, orange, darker blue, the darker blue. Too close to purple. I don't know, is this split? I kind of feel like I'm gonna go orange. I think I'm gonna go orange. Orange is going to win today. All right, so I guess now we've got two connector parts. Or actually, I think maybe I'll hook them all together with jump rings. It gives it a little bit more flow. So let's see if I have tiny enough jump rings. They need to be fairly tiny. Let's see. Those gonna be too big? No. They look a little big, don't they? You don't think like a jump ring's all big. It makes a long earring. I can't do that. We'll just have to hook them. So you just want to have good open loops. Don't have them like crushed, closed, and it'll help your kinking. All right. Got to remember to hook in everything now. Before you make the wrap, make sure you attach. How many of you guys do that? Wrap to nothing. All right, making that loop. And a little wrap. Oh, I knew that felt. All right. I'm cutting that off because I realized that it looked thick. I don't know about you guys, but could you guys tell that that was actually a 22 gauge? So we're going to do that again. Then I was thinking, was I using a 22 gauge? Nope. I was using a 24 gauge. So these chiclets are nice and sweet. Oh, see, almost forgot to do the attachment. And this time we're going to be attaching on both sides, so sometimes if you're new to wire wrapping, it can be sometimes better to use finer wire, but sometimes it's easier because it is so flexible, it's also sometimes easier to make a mess, you know. So I feel like that's kind of a, oh, I didn't put on the bead. Sometimes you never know how you'll come out. And that's why we play. So we can see how it's going to turn out. All right, putting the orange bead on there. Gosh, I just love how those glitter. I mean, they're small, and I know that they might look big on the screen, but And sometimes, if you guys, I don't know if you guys sometimes feel like you have a wrap and you have to wrap so much and then like the neck right there seems so long. One of the things I do instead of putting my plier here, okay, sometimes it can be where your plier is. So think if you are way far down on your plier, you can see the distance you are from the bead when you bend it. So that's how far you'll end up wrapping. If you're at the very tip, that can help make that spacing a little bit smaller. But sometimes even that isn't ideal for, especially sometimes these tiny beads. So what I'll end up doing is just bending with my finger as close to the bead as possible, and that way then it helps me wrap a little less. And sometimes you can't get it right at the 90 degree here because you can't get your plier in here. So maybe lifting up just a little bit more, like at a 45, then you can get kind of where you need to be, and you can still make adjustments to your loop once you've got the base going. So we're going to just move this out of the way as we continue bringing that loop around. Okay, see how close it is to the bead, and pretty close to the size that we want too. All right, don't forget to attach the bead. All right. See, it was only 1.5 wrap. I tend to like to wrap just about that, or two little loops down. Okay, there's the cut, and here's the tuck. Okay, so on the, we pretty much used 24 gauge wire today. You know, because the head pin was actually a 24 gauge. Now the twist here, I used a 22 gauge to wrap around the wire. All right, you guys think you like that? All right, here I was messing around. I made mine in purple. I was trying to make a match, but maybe I won't. Maybe we'll have like a semi-match. What do you think if I do like that? Can I do that? And just have like mixed matchy earrings. We'll do one more wrap. You guys want to see one more wrap? And I'm going to do one more so I'll still come out with a pair of super funky earrings. We were just talking the other day about matchy-matchy. How you guys feel about not matching earrings, but matching? Anybody? Would you guys wear these mismatchy like this? All right, that's going to go on top, so I don't have to wrap this to anything. Let's see those hearts. I see some of you guys do. Okay. Cut. Cut. And tuck that in, and we'll add this little bit of blue. The 80s were such a good age, wasn't it? That's what Mel says. It's bringing us back to the 80s. And you know what? I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I'm an 80s baby. I kind of like these are mismatched. See how the universe works sometimes. It's not necessarily intentional. But you know, I'm kind of digging that. We're going to pop these babies on. I think it's going to go with my outfit really nicely. right. Okay, tucking that little end in. Okay, now let's see. What do I have in some earring hooks? Do I have some from my Alright. Well, I have some of my Kay's favorite, but they're not. Oh, these aren't wild. I don't have bright silver ones right around here right now. There's one. I love silver, so of course I've used a ton of my silver. Let's see. Alright, I guess I'm going to use, you know what? Okay, well, I'll use these darker ones. They'll just have to work. I was actually waiting for some ones that were coming off the website. But these are cool ones. These are kind of funky. These are actually sterling and niobium. So they're actually really good metals. All right, because I want to put them in, and I want to see what they look like on. All right, squeeze those in. If you guys haven't heard of niobium, niobium is a super hypoallergenic metal, and it's actually almost as expensive as sterling. But those that are, you know, oftentimes that are so sensitive to sometimes even like, you know, sterling and gold filled, you can still wear niobium. All right, those weren't ideally what I would have liked to put on there, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I didn't, oh, I had one. I would have put Kate's favorite ear wire in that, but I would have put it in bright. All right, I'm gonna try these babies on. All right, this is what I was wearing, trading them out. All right, what pair of earrings did you like today? So all of these, I've got these guys. If you like the parts and pieces to these, you guys head over to beadoria.com. All right. So if you like those metal pieces, that's beadorea.com. It is a world all full of sparkle and shine, where only happiness happens. All right. Boom. What do we think of my new pair of earrings? You know, they go really well with my necklace. You guys, those are just such great colors. Now I've been fully dressed. We look good. All right, you guys know what to do. I always help those algorithms put a little heart, put a little thumbs up, put a share on this post, because we want people to know, share in the joy of beading, because we know we all need a little bit of a beading break, right? Happy Wednesday. We made it over hump day, and now we're going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so although I'm not going to be on Friday Night Live, that doesn't mean that you guys still can't play with me. So if you guys didn't hear the news on Beadoria, look around, because you will be finding my face all over that website. And if you order any of those things that has my face on it, I'm going to be sending you extra beads, okay? And you know what? You can also get the extra discount too. So all you got to put is KThanks in the coupon code when you check out, and you'll save yourself a whopping 10% on everything. And you guys, those barrel beads, those are only $5 a strand already. I mean, without any discounting. So you certainly can get like this whole bracelet plus the earrings, you know, all done. So do we have a birthday in the house? Did I miss something? I gotta say, Julie, is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julie. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Yay! Hey, And I know you got to have your wrist full, right, Julie? What did you get for your birthday? Huh? Did you get all the kits from all the customer appreciation people? Oh, and I want to tell you because I know that you like African stuff. And I'm going to be coming back and hitting that Myrtle Beach warehouse and playing with Suzanne. And her daughter is coming into town. And they are going to be rocking and showing us some things with African, showing us some macrame. They have some things in store. So I've got them in gear. So even though I might be laying low, there's a lot of production here in the background. And so I'm excited about pretty much the next few weeks, okay? So expect to see some really pretty things, some great projects, and some good beading parties, because I'm not going to be alone for the next couple weeks. So I'm pretty excited. It's been kind of nice. So get those pocketbooks ready because it's going to be a tough couple weeks. And you guys keep watching those inboxes because we're going to be pumping out 2 more sets of invoices here this week. So if you guys are waiting on those tanzanite chain, that is coming along with all those wood and those nice little sparkly links and components. So you're okay. I love hearing. So Julie's saying, bring on the African stuff. Game on. Oh, you think I need to do some birthday girl deals? I like that idea. I'm always about things like that. You know, and this is always made for you guys. So please, you know, I mean, I might make for me, like I might be keeping these earrings. You can see I really liked the necklaces. You know, I really like the things we make here. So but I still really like to show you, you know, fun things and keep you guys motivated. Get those beads out. Get yourself a little beading break. You know, life is heavy sometimes, and so, you know, every once in a while you gotta pet those beads, get a little bead therapy going on, and remember, you guys are enough. Okay, so sometimes when life is hard, hang in there. Okay, I know we might be feeling like we hold up the world sometimes, but you know, you got to take care of number one. Okay, so nothing like taking care of your health. Okay, so game on, people. We've made it through Wednesday. Okay, so next week I'm gonna pop on Monday, and then Tuesday I'm going to be doing customer appreciation with Sarah Ayler on that Tuesday. And then I'm going to skip over Wednesday next week because I want to hit in on Thursday, because I'm going to make Wednesday a travel day. However, I may pop on, okay, because I might take you on our journey, okay? But Thursday we're gonna hit. So next week is gonna be kind of off scheduling, but you're actually gonna end up seeing me more. So I'm gonna pop on Monday, give you some of the announcements and reminders. Tuesday we're gonna be doing project day. So if you want to get in on the kit for Ka, then send me a message, and you'll get to play with the cuboids that we'll be doing on that Tuesday. And then it is going to be all out warehouse, and I am going to be on the hunt for more treasures for you guys. Okay, so game on. I'm gearing up. I'm resting up. All right, you guys, have a good rest of the week. Have a fantastic weekend. Get to creating, and make sure you brighten my day, and our community join on over there, and we want to see what's on your wrist. I'll be posting up some of the designs that I've been making this week as I added more bracelets to the stack. All right, y'all, have a great one. We'll see you guys next week.